Welcome back at Yellowhammer Radio, Superstation 101 WYDE. I'm trying to bribe our producer, Big Dave Richardson, and I offered fast food, and he says he needs a steak. See, I'm looking out for my finances. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking out for my finances. I can't afford a steak. I'm going to offer fast food, Big Dave. Because, see, I talk to financial gurus like Jeff Roberts here, and that's what I do. I'm looking out for my money, Big Dave, so that bribe still stands, but it's got to be fast food, good sir, okay? It's got to be fast food.
And what are you doing with all that extra money you're saving with your fast food bribery? I mean, are you squirreling it away with the plan that Jeff has given us?
It's going to bills. It's going to go to bills. That's where it's going to.
Not retirement? Oh.
Exactly. It's Wednesday. On the show with us is our local financial guru, Jeff Roberts. Jeff, of course, is the founder of Jeff Roberts and Associates. His team of 7 advisors can help simplify your complex wealth management needs. They're exceptional financial advisors who have provided sophisticated financial planning and advice to high net worth clients for a combined 131 years. Last week, Jeff Roberts, we were talking about some interestingly cool stuff here on the program with you, like the 3-minute confident retirement check found at jeffrobertsonassociates.com. Now, since then, we've been drilling down on your confident retirement approach and its 4 principles. So let's review it. Tell us again about the confident retirement approach. And by the way, don't you think fast food's cheaper than steak, right?
No doubt, brother.
Exactly.
You got to set those dollars aside for your retirement plan.
Amen.
Come on now.
That's right. It's right.
Serious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you love your job on the radio, and you'd love to do it for the rest of your life. However, you want to get to the point where work is optional,
right,
and retirement becomes affordable. So we got to save, man.
I'm thinking like 45 or 50. That's when I want to call it a day.
We can do this. Gonna have to be aggressive, though, brother. Save hard.
Yeah, really aggressive. Stop eating altogether.
That's right. Well, Ameriprise's confident retirement approach gives clients a straightforward framework to create a sound retirement plan that can give them an income for a lifetime. And the key word in this, and I always want clients to remember this, is confidence, confidence, confidence. That's what everyone wants as they build towards their financial future, whether they're in retirement now or trying to get there. The key that everyone wants is confidence. And we believe that there's 4 essential ingredients to having confidence in retirement. And we discussed in our first week a key principle of covering essentials, and that is to have a set amount of money that is going to provide either guaranteed or secure, stable income that will cover our fixed expenses that we know are going to be there all the time, like medical, utilities, transportation, food. Gives us that peace of mind of knowing, oh, I know I've got this bucket that covers my essentials. Then we move to the next principle, which is ensuring our lifestyle, which is where we take an investment portfolio and design an income stream from it to cover the fun and extra things that we want to do in our life, the travel, dining out, the hobbies, bucket list stuff. And then we have preparing for the unexpected, because we know that change can happen quickly, and preparing for the uncertainty or the certainty of uncertainty. And then the last principle is leaving the legacy. Smart giving. It is about controlling and leveraging what you have accumulated in your life and plan now for what that legacy is to be. Those are the 4 essential ingredients to being confident. You tackle each of those, you've got confidence.
All right. So far, Jeff, we've covered the first 2, and today is the time to cover the 3rd principle, which was preparing for the unexpected. So tell us what that is all about.
Well, having a strategy to protect against the unexpected events is a critical part of achieving true confidence in retirement. And with a plan in place to cover those essential expenses that we talked about with guaranteed or stable income, and then have a flexible investment and withdrawal plan from a portfolio that's going to cover our lifestyle, the next logical step is to prepare for the unexpected. And that's crafting a plan with solutions to mitigate the impact of unexpected life events that are going to hit us so that you can ensure a truly confident retirement.
Jeff, can you give us an example of an unexpected event?
There's 4 primary that I would categorize. First is long-term care expenses, property loss and personal liability, pre-retirement disability, being sick or ill prior to getting to retirement, and then premature death. Those are the 4 primary unexpected risks that people face prior to and even during retirement.
You mentioned death there. I know we've talked about the issue of long-term care expenses before in previous segments. I know that's a huge concern for people approaching, in retirement or if they're already in retirement. So tell us again of some of the statistics that our listeners might want to know when considering their plans for long-term care. Because you mentioned death a moment ago, but maybe it's not always death. Maybe it's the long-term care.
Longer than expected.
Right.
Well, and what long-term care references is people that are in retirement that become sick or ill for an extended period of time. And as we know, Americans are living longer than ever. And this means that many will require long-term care at some point in their retirement. And an estimated 70% of the individuals aged 65 or older will need long-term care services during their lifetime. So the cost can be draining to a portfolio, obviously. And the national average in terms of costs of a private room in a nursing home exceeds $85,000 a year.
Wow.
And per person.
Wow.
And then the average stay, which is about 2.5 years, adds up to, in that case, say $214,000 for a private room. And to give you some specifics related to Alabama, a private room in Alabama, as it stands today, is right at $6,384 a month. That works out to be about $76,000 a year for one person. So it can have a substantial impact on somebody's retirement nest egg if it's not planned in advance. It's huge.
Okay, so we're talking about preparing for the unexpected. What are some common mistakes that you see people making as they're moving to this third, phase or plan?
The principle of preparing for the unexpected was kind of the third principle of the confident retirement approach. And oftentimes it's so simple because the three most common mistakes that we see when clients come in and talk to us all the time is, number one, they don't adequately prepare themselves for liability by having something as simple as an umbrella policy.
Okay.
And umbrella liability insurance can be a very effective means of protecting someone's assets that is often really unnecessary to risk. And umbrella insurance can provide coverage beyond the liability limits of auto or home insurance in the event you're liable for personal injury of another. And so many people don't even have a simple policy that might have $1 million limit or $2 million limit. Simple way of transferring risk, and oftentimes very inexpensive. That's one. Another common is many people, when we think about disability, in someone's working life, the final years before you retire, if you think about it, of your full-time work tend to be representative of the period of peak earnings for most people, and the financial commitments that people typically have start to subside. So kids are out from under their wing, college education is done, and they have greater resources that they can afford to put towards their funding of retirement goals. But yet that's also the time where people oftentimes have unexpected illnesses or injuries prior to retirement. And it can have a substantial impact on their ability to save in the final stretch, to push that ball in the last 5 yards into the end zone. And so people have disability insurance oftentimes through their employer, but the national average is it's around 40 to 50% of their base pay is what they would be covering or covered with. And so having some sort of supplemental disability can make a tremendous difference in their ability to achieve their goals in the home stretch if they end up being sick or ill for an extended period. And 50% of people are forced to stop working before they planned. And in half of those cases, it's because of disability that has prevented them from working. And the last example that we see most common is people that are underinsured for life insurance. Oh, my gosh, y'all, I cannot emphasize this as well. It especially when we see the young folks that have kids still under their wings and responsible for food on the table for all of them. If a spouse might be working or not working as well, a rule of thumb might be 10 times someone's annual income as a minimum standard. But I just can't emphasize enough how inexpensively you can get some perhaps term insurance, either through their employer or individually, that can help shore up that gap. there's an interesting statistic I was just reading at kind of the last point. Each day there's 10,000 baby boomers that turn 65 years of age.
Wow.
And that's the traditional retirement age. But a lesser-known fact is that each week approximately 10,000 baby boomers die.
Wow.
So, and not all baby boomers are at retirement. So protection planning for disability, umbrella liability, life insurance, long-term care, these are massive pieces that you've got to have nailed if you want to have confidence in retirement.
No question. No question. Well, Jeff, if anyone has any interest in getting help or if they want to be more confident towards their own retirement, what do they need to do?
Give us a buzz at 313-9150 or look us up on jeffrobertsonassociates.com. Feel free to take our 3-minute confident retirement quiz. Excellent strategy.
All right, yeah, recommend people head over to jeffrobertsonassociates.com and do that. Jeff Roberts, my man, it's a pleasure speaking with you each and every Wednesday. We look forward to chatting next week and continuing on this valuable conversation.
Enjoy it always, guys. Thank you.
All right. Take care. God bless. Jeff Roberts, Jeff Roberts and Associates with us here on Yellowhammer Radio. We're back on Yellowhammer Radio. We're back.